Hi, it's Ryan here from Down Under Group Solutions. That'll be this thing. Just been out west catching up with a few of our key clients and a fair few of our good employees. And it just reminded, I suppose, the impact or the challenge that comes with being away from home. And some of the guys said some really good keys as to how they deal with life on the road, so to speak, or being away for extended amounts of time from their friends, family, spouse, etc. So I just thought quickly, while I've pulled up and they're in my head, number one, they just said setting a time aside. So after shift, whenever it is, they make sure that their wife or their husband or whatever is at home, knows that between this time and this time they're going to try and ring. However, they've also had the conversation that some days they're going to be pretty well tired and spent, and that it may not be a long conversation, or that they aren't really up for talking. So the first one they've done is set a time that they will ring between those times. This allows the people out on site to actually know, okay, this is when I need to give them a call, but it also gives the people at home an opportunity to go, at this time is when dad or mum's going to be ringing home. So they can prep themselves, because one of the other issues that's found its way into any relationship where you're away at extended times is if you ring home and your spouse answers but can't take the call, or says, yep, I'm really busy with the kids, or this is happening, can I call you later, and then doesn't call, then usually our ego says, well, stuff you, I won't ring back again. And then the circle gets a bit crazy. So they encourage you to actually set a time aside that you'll actually ring. And if you really are busy, saying, I can't do it right now, can we do it later? Or actually specifically setting a time to ring back, so that it's not just a nebulous out there crazy thing. The other one is to actually use FaceTime. Obviously, when I first started 15 years ago going out west, FaceTime was not existent, and I just think it is one of the coolest inventions that we have now, to actually see your spouse, see your kids, even that teenager that usually talks like this to you while you're talking to them on FaceTime and they're doing other stuff. It's still worth it. They can actually engage. Even sometimes I'll talk to my kids. Actually, I'll talk to my brother, who rings me a lot, and he just puts me on FaceTime and walks around the room as though I'm sitting in the room with him and chatting. So that's a powerful one. So set a time to call. Second one is use FaceTime. And then the third one, which is equally important, and I think probably holds the biggest one, is to actually be home when you're home. I think sometimes we get a little bit selfish, or if things are a little tense at home, we tend to go where it's easier. So we plan a fishing trip, or we plan time away from the family when we've already been away. Or if we're already frustrated and we've left and been away for 5-7 days or whatever, and we come back and that hasn't been dealt with, then it's easier to go, I'm just going to go catch up with Jimmy up the road, or I got to go do this. Can I encourage you to be at home? One of my things my dad always said to me, which is pretty powerful, and I have to reassess it all the time, is that when we spend time with someone, if I spend time with my spouse or I spend time with my kids, to actually spend time with them is not doing what I want to do, it's actually doing what they want to do. If whenever I hang out with my family, etc., it's doing what I want to do, then I'm not actually spending time with them, they're spending time with me. So to spend time with them may mean actually sitting on the floor with your infant while they can do nothing and playing Googa Googa. It might be going shopping with your spouse. I'm married to a beautiful woman who likes to walk around shops. Not my favorite thing to do. However, if I'm spending time with my wife, then I go to the shops and I spend time with her. Spending time with me is going to look at bikes and walk around in those circles. So they're probably three just quick keys that I've had just in the last couple of weeks, where people have been talking about different stuff. 1, set a time. 2, use FaceTime. And 3, when you're home, be home, and your life will be much better, if not the best it can be. Remember, Down Under Group Solutions. People are our business, and business is good. Have a great day. Bye.